I got a job for you next year, Dale. There's a nice little mascot uniform out there for Bannockburn. You could fill it well. You could wear that.
We'll get the sack from that too.
There you go. Look at this. There you go. You'd fill that perfectly, Dale. So both sides out of their final huddles. As we said, Bannockburn kicking with the aid of the Breeze in the first turn to the southern end of the ground.
I think that's a pretty big thing. To be quite honest, I haven't given anybody a chance of beating Thomson all year. And I reckon they're going to win the final easy, and I still believe they'll win it. But I think if Bannockburn had some sort of a chance, they had to win the toss and kick with a win, and they've done that. So they've put themselves in with some sort of a chance if they can get a good start.
Tycon is going to the bench grab, you're right. Ryan Bowden, Hislop and Blake Miller.
Couple of good games here already today. As we said, the reserves, East Geelong won by 5 points. The under-19 Division 3 grand final, North Shore won by a point.
That was a ripper game.
Motawari
had them for most of the day.
They were 12, 13 points up, weren't they?
Yeah, I thought they had them, and they just come from the clouds. They just left nothing out there. It's great to see young blokes play footy and in pretty good spirit too. And I think the good thing about our final series right from day one is there's been no ugly stuff. There's been no, real stuff that you don't want to see in local footy anymore. It's been really played within the spirit of the game, and I know that today will be the same.
So PJ DeSanto's going to have the job on Jason Tom. Maguire's gone to Gillies.
Gee, that's a change for DeSanto. He hasn't wanted to play back for North Geelong and for Thomson for most of the year, but we all know that he's a magnificent defender in the GFL before coming here, so that's a big move.
And Solly's gone to the back pocket. He was a bloke I would have tipped to be on Broman. McLeish is going to start there.
I would have thought McLeish would start on him.
The Me Tongue special commentator says Thomson by 3 goals as his tip. There you go.
Me Tongue.
Racy Holwell and Will Middleton not liking each other already. Start of the first term. 2019 GDFL Grand Final, Thomson and Bannockburn. The Battle of the Tigers. It's going to be Matt Baden and Kieran Fulton in first ruck, and Baden gets it down, goes back to Fulton. He gets the handball out to Jackie Bowman, who gets the kick across centre wing. Spiller gets across there, so does Jacko McLeod, gets there first, and he picks it up, brings the ball back to Hodgson. He brings it back quickly to Casey, over the top to Jackson McLeod again, runs through some traffic, goes wide with the kick. It's okay. Wall takes the mark in front of Spiller. Wants to wheel and go quickly. He just holds it up for a minute. He's got McLeod in the middle. He's got Jacko there as well. He goes right back towards Maguire at centre half back. Defensive 50. They want to switch the play. He goes wide to PJ. DeSanto takes the mark. Thought about playing on Gillies, though, stood the mark.
Bit too quick for that, Gillies.
And you just have to hold the ball up. They're going to switch the play back, you would think. No, he's just going to chip the ball over the top. And they can run away. Spokes gets the handball out wide. Now they go. Egan on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Davis with the leap from behind, punched it away. Kelly gets the ball, handballs on the outball, was okay to Robinson. Left foot kick, Maguire tried to tap it away. Gillies was there as well, over their heads. Coming at it, PJ again, blind turn, into traffic. Got collared. You've got to get the ball away at the back. They've got the numbers, Thomson. If they can get it free, they can now. Chain of handballs, and they get it to John O'Casey. Into the middle. Bannockburn, though, with the numbers. If it sits, it doesn't. McLeish runs through. Now Baden, the big fella, runs free. Looking for somebody. Handballs on the outboard. They get it back to McLeod. He goes from centre wing to half forward. Wide towards Forbes on a long lead. Gets out there in front of Matheson and also to Bowden, and they see it over the boundary line for a throw in to right half forward on the outer side.
He started pretty well, McLeod. Would you throw a bit of niggle into him and see if you can put him off? I know I would.
I think so. He's done well. 2 played first term, boundary throw in. Thomson into attack. Fulton in front, got it down. Now Westwood, kick around the corner, back towards 30 out, mark. And it has been taken by Davis. And they'll have a set shot for goal from 35 out, 45 degree angle. So no back line for Paul Davis.
Oh, did you ever think
that would be? Just recent his comments, I thought it was funny that we'd say that. He polled 16 votes in the Whitley medal playing at centre half forward.
He did, yeah. That's about the highest centre half forward votes I've seen for many a long day.
Absolutely. So this, a chance to put the first on the board this afternoon in the grand final. He comes in. Right foot kick, northern end of the ground. Missed it. 3 for 1 behind.
I'd have liked to put the clock on that. It took a long time.
First score, 1 behind Thomson. Bannockburn yet to score. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 3 minutes played.
So Nath Kelly's going to be doing the kicking in from the full back position. And he decides to look straight down the ground almost, and he goes towards the big man out there. Cole, ball gets out the back, couldn't be picked up there by Casey. Again, ball at ground level. Casey picks it up, got the handle away in the hands of Egan. Again, this time a quick kick. Baden goes back into the forward line. Matheson's out in front. Mark not taken by the Bannockburn defence. Harding picks it up, gets out of trouble, goes to Howie. Howie on the right boot. He'll go back towards centre wing. Gillies is there, gets out the back though. Needs to pick it up, tried to tap it along the ground, but couldn't get contact with it. Again, ball runs free. Fulton kicks the ball off the ground. It went sideways. That worked okay because Robinson was out there, and he goes short into the forward line. Good lead over the top of Jarks, through and runs towards the boundary line. Will it get over the back? And it will, and run over the boundary line. So we'll give Bannockburn a chance now to set up in that position. Hodgson was the chaser going back for the ball. So Matty Tyquin's already coming onto the ground now. 3 in. Ball goes back to the front of the contest. Middleton head over the contest. Ball comes out. Goes to Broman in the pocket. A little kick along the boundary. Oh, he's just brought it a little bit narrow. Through for a minor score. So that will tie things away at 1 behind each. Jackie boy. Hey, away, mate. So the ball now with the full-back, and Hodgson will do the kicking in. We need to close that door, Noel. It's rustling through here. Ball goes out wide. Out to the half, beyond the half-back line. Ball at ground level. Egan spread that nicely. Got the ball and went back towards centre wing. Matheson on a strong lead. Good mark. He comes up and takes the mark just on centre wing, or attacking side of centre wing forward the Thomson side. Now he's not too sure what to do with the ball. Goes along the boundary line. Sets a task between Bath. He's playing in front, and he takes the mark and will turn Bannockburn's defence. He'll put it forward. Got a player at the back, and Spiller hasn't seen him look that way yet, so he goes straight down the line. Gillies is the target. Ball out the back. Mark was taken. Yes, it is. And was it Maguire? Yes. Yep. So Maguire now. Again, back on centre wing once again. Looks at the short option. Mark is taken. That's Casey. Johnny Casey now is, as we said, in that far side of the ground. He looks to do the ball back into the half-forward line. Broman going back, couldn't get to the side of the ball. Picked up there, and handball goes out the back to Kelly. Kelly lips over the top, goes towards Miles. Got around the first one, was legged. Umpire says yes. Yep, and free kick will go to Jake Miles. So Jake Miles looks inside. Dangerous kick, but it works out okay because Jervis is there. He goes across the ground again and will find Harding. Didn't take the mark. Needs to go back and collect it. Put him on pressure. Went to ground. And Matheson has done nicely now. Wins possession of the ball. Picks the ball up. Tries to get it out the back door. Has wall and support. Needs to get to the contest. To it along the boundary line. Again, Matheson back in there. He's tackled. Again, this time he won't get out of there, but the ball ends up in the hands of Westwood. He runs over the boundary line. That is Josh. And there will be a ball in to take place in the half-forward line.
Tell you what, that was a really good switch too. They had players on further down the ground. It would have been right down the ground. So BJ, he messed that one up, and I just spoke to the great Jack Kennedy, and he's tipping Bannockburn to win.
So the ball is thrown back in now by the umpire. Front position, Baden. Ball comes to the front of the contest. Handball's out, goes towards Howell. He's taken to the ground without the ball in his hands, and a free kick will go to Reese Howell. Will be one of probably a few, I would think, today. So Howell now, he goes in towards the centre half forward position. That's a great kick, and Forbes comes up and takes the mark. So Luke Forbes from the centre half forward position. He will go back and have a shot at goal.
Looking at making it 2 premierships in a row for Lukey. One last year with Motta.
Is this done and dusted after today, is it?
You never know. You never know. He loves his football.
He does.
Lance Franklin comes in. Luke Forbes comes in. Well, he doesn't do quite as bad, but that's just a nice kick from Lukey Forbes, and that is straight through the middle. The first of the afternoon, and Thomson have it. 1-1 Thomson. Bannockburn are 1 behind. We have almost gone 7 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre. First quarter scoreboard.
I tell you what, he doesn't make many mistakes, BJ, too. He's been solid all throughout his career, and it was just one of those ones that when he didn't get the ball, it just bounced away from him, and Matheson was able to come in, take the ball off him. I know the ball was still there for a while, but the ball could well have been up the Bannockburn forward line. So, chalk that one down to a mistake. But I tell you what, you're talking about a bloke out of the box. It may be this fella. He might play his last game and play the game of his life because he's a wonderful player, Luke Forbes.
Back to the middle, Baden and Fulton. They go up, Fulton gets it down, Rhodes himself, loses the football, umpire says a hold.
Well, I thought he had the football.
No, Thomson, Baden, hang on, no, somebody else, McLeish.
Okay, it's off the ball.
It's off the ball. So he gets the free kick, McLeish for Thomson. Goes towards half forward, lead on by Matheson. Oh, couldn't quite take the mark. Egan needs to help him out. He's got a couple against him, or he gets tackled up without the footy. The umpire says it's okay, and it's out of bounds. Front of the scoreboard. The other side.
Crowd in for the day.
Yeah, good crowd. Rain here though too, so going to make it a little bit slippery. Boundary throw in. Fulton gets it down nicely. Off a step they go. Tyquin, long kick towards half forward. Peters gets a kick. Now it's a foot race getting back there. Open 50-metre line. Spokes gets back there. Peters follows it up himself to Sano, but Thomson with the numbers. Jacker thought about the handball. Then set Maguire a task. Then he got whipped off the football. Then Hodgson gave one way high. And we'll take the free kick, Bannockburn. So they mucked that up, Thomson. They had the numbers.
A little bit of nerves early in the quarter. If they lost the toss and kicked against the win, a little bit of nerves and gives him a chance to kick their first goal.
Gillies has got it.
I didn't see who dropped that mark, but he should have taken it.
So Tom Gillies. A quick reply for a Bannockburn. Possibly. He's 25 out, 45-degree angle.
It's like Burke Street and the boundary line.
Yeah, it is. Changes galore for both sides. So he comes in. Gillies, left forward pocket. And he has got it through. So he's first of the afternoon. And the first for Bannockburn. They square things up, 1-1-7. Thomson 1-1-7. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 9 minutes played.
Well, he squeezed it across. He gave the goal umpire a hell of a lot of work to do, but he took his time. He didn't hurry. And there's one of the six that I believe he needs for him to be competitive, and he's got it early. So I think his big thing, all right, he might kick a couple with the win when it gets down there. They get it up there against him when he kicks a couple. That's what's going to help him the most.
So back in the middle we go again. Hayden and Fulton back there doing it, and we would expect this to be the bit for most of the day. Ruckman go at it, Baden over the top, goes to Tyquin, clearance out of the centre, goes to Hislop on the ground now, left foot boot goes into the half forward line. Hodgson read that nice off the boot, didn't get the bounce though. Spiller, he went past the ball. Hodgson,
he threw it.
He did. The ball backs in the hands of Spiller, got the handball out towards Tyquin once again. He needs to get the handball away and got it towards Spiller. Again, he's tackled, brought to ground, and he went low, tackle over the top, and free kick will go to Spiller. So Spiller now with the ball. He's outside forward 50. Spiller now just looking for his options further down the ground. He goes in the direction of Gillies. Also Miller out the back. Ball doesn't get to them. It actually runs through the contest now. And we'll be back over the boundary line. So a throw-in to take place. 10 around from the behind post. Bannockburn's attacking in.
Well, in that situation, you want a bloke to run into some space. But there was just no space there. There's a million players there. 5 minutes ago, there was no one there.
So the ball thrown back in by the umpire, front position taken, Gillies taps it down, goes as far as Jacket, didn't take clean possession, picked up out there and runs back towards the goal square. It's going to be kicked off the ground by Tom.
No, the whistle's gone.
That's right.
Well, it's a goal.
Going to Jarks anyway.
But you pay the goal, don't you?
Well, it's either going to be kicking in danger or it's a goal, you would have thought.
If the free kick goes to Thomson, fair enough, but the goal's been kicked, play on.
So Brent Sharks now with an opportunity to kick his first goal of the afternoon.
Won't matter because this bloke won't miss from there. No, he won't. I'm not trying to put the Moz on. He will not miss from there.
So Brent Sharks from almost in the goal square comes in, kicks for goal, and he has got his first goal of the afternoon. And the second now for Bannockburn. It is 2-1. Bannockburn, they lead Thomson 1-1. And 11.5 gone. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, at the moment, as underdogs, they're doing exactly what they have to do. They're leaving nothing there. They're going hard at it. They're giving Thomson a run for their money. And they're kicking goals when they get it down there. The ball's been up and Thompson's fallen enough. But when they've got it down there, they've converted. And that's what they've got to do with this win. And then see if they can defend. But obviously they need 2 or 3 more by quarter time.
What do you reckon it's worth, Grub?
I reckon it's only worth 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Right, but then all of a sudden I look up and you think, gee, it's worth more. Then you look at it again and it's not. But
the flags out here, the ones down this and Harley.
yeah, the trees have probably stopped the wind there. But I'm looking at 3 or 4.
Back to the middle.
5 now that Thomson have got one.
Yeah. Fulton and Baden. Baden gets it down. Rove though by Hoey. Couldn't get the kick away though. McLeish, he couldn't either. Falls to the back. Tyquin through the middle. Can't pick it up. Baden. McLeish handball. Hit Casey handball. Up forward to Westwood. He's on centre wing. Gives it to Menzies. The greyhound left foot kick towards half forward. Davis hold his ground, but so did Cole, and he took the mark. And half back for Bannockburn. Josh Cole goes along the line towards centre wing. Casey comes across. Good mark. In front of Peters. So John O'Casey Goes with a right foot kick towards half forward. Davis goes up. Good mark. That's a good mark. Under pressure from Cole. And he won't let him up either. Davis gets it at half forward. Gives Bannockburn a fair chance to get back and defend. As a group, he hasn't got much to kick to. There's a couple of leads coming. He goes long towards the square. Go up. Fulton went up and didn't take the mark. He probably should have. He had nobody against him. He pushes the ball towards the boundary line. They've got the numbers, Bannockburn out there. They can get it away along the line. Howie kicks it close to the boundary line and Tom. And offhand, said the umpire, and out of bounds. Must have been very close to being out on the full. But we'll have a boundary throw in left half forward for Thomson. They 1-1-7, Bannockburn 2-1-13. We played 13.5 in the first term. Fulton goes up, Baden as well. Falls to the side, Tyquin couldn't get it. Fenevesi can. His handball over the top to John O'Casey. He needs some support. McLeish runs through. The umpire says a ball up. And it will be inside 50, a ball up for Thomson. McLeish gets up, and I think Nathan Kelly's the last to get up with the footy. He got tagged there. So ball up. Fulton goes up, gets it down just to the side. They get the clearing kick. Tom with a run out against Baden. They go up. Hodgson's there as well. Peters, Spiller. Casey runs through. Tom on hands and knees. Falls the other way though. They get the short little kick, Thomson, but only as far as Tyquin. It gets along the line, but PJ DeSanto takes the mark on centre wing. Thought about the switch, but just holds it up now. Called to play on. Goes with a kick. It's a shallow kick too, and Spiller had his name written on it. Nobody else went with him. He took the mark. Wants to switch the play. Gets it out wide. Has to sit well. It's done very well. Connor Jervis against Wall there. He runs free in the middle and goes towards half forward. Maguire at the back, or did nicely. Needed some support and got some from Jacker. Handballed it back to Maguire. He handballed it back further. Now off a step they go. Tunbridge short kick. Terrible. They go long now. Bannockburn back inside. Jacques Spokes from behind. Tapped away. Good defensive play. Out of bounds, so throw in left forward pocket for Bannockburn. They're 2-1-13. They lead Thomson 1-1-7. Halfway through the first term. 15 minutes played. First quarter.
Not a good kick there. They've got plenty of tall timber and they kick it high to the smaller spike in the forward line. Obviously they didn't get back in the right spots.
The ball thrown back in the forward pocket again. This time Gillies tries to get to the contest, picked the ball up and tried to work through that Thomson player. Can't see who it was, but was tackled strongly. Ball comes to ground. It was Maguire. So a ball up to take place, and Miller were doing the ruck work down there now. So Miller's doing the ruck work. Baden's with him. Ball brings down Gillies. Little quick kick was smothered. Picked up Fenevesi. Goes inside the wall. Back to Fenevesi from the half-back line. Nothing forward of him, so he goes backwards into the hands there of Jacker, and he goes long out towards centre wing. Cole positions himself nicely, and he takes the mark on centre wing. So he's looking for options back inside. Has one in BJ. Won't make the same mistake twice, you wouldn't think. Not this time. He takes the mark. Player, he goes back outside. This time he slops out there in some space by himself. Player short over the top, goes by hand, now uses Tyquin. He looks up and he goes long back into the forward line, into the pocket. Gillies, no, it was actually Tom in the where they were looking at, but he couldn't take the mark as the ball goes over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back in. Jacko coming off for his first spell. Going thrown back in this time, umpire. Baden brings the ball in front of the contest, picked up out there by Wall, goes round the body, goes wide, and probably too wide. No, just inside the field of play. So we'll have a ball in to take place. Just outside 50. So Fulton this time, he pushes down. Baden doing the ruck work down there again. Fulton pushes him out the road, comes out the back towards Tyquin, got the handball away to Middleton, couldn't take it cleanly. Reece Howell's over the top of the ball, got one a free kick, and John O'Casey said, I'm going to take off with it. Did nicely, got the handball to Stacey. Stacey over the top to Davis, back to Stacey, and he runs through the middle, look for some options. He's got the ball. Good tackle there. Umpire allows things to go, and they go quickly back into the forward line. That's the way to move the ball. Good sprawl from behind. Jarks has done nicely, got to the contest on the right boot, screws it round the body, and he has kicked the goal.
Oh, wow.
Brent Jarks has got goal number 2 for himself. And the third now for Bannockburn. They are 3-1. They lead Thomson 1-1. And we have gone 17.5. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, at this early stage, you can see that he's a danger. So for Thomson to win, they've got to really have a look at him now. With the little bit wet, a little bit greasy, the ball is going to be on the deck. We all thought that Gillies and Tom had got the supremacy in the air, but now it's a little bit greasy. They're going to be right on the deck. I know it's going to suit Thomson's forward line in the second quarter, so Bannockburn have to make the most of it. That's a great goal by Jarks, and he's a dangerous little bugger.
Back to the middle. Baden and Fulton. Baden gets it down. Casey tries to get past Tyquin, but he can't. And he does nicely, Tyquin. Left foot kick around the corner. Towards half forward. Wall tracks it back. Peters comes at him. He's got Hodgson in support for Thomson. Wheels back around on that left. Kicks it back towards half back. Oh, Peters. Gee whiz. Over the back. Gave Wall a good thump.
Well, I think he caught one a second earlier, but that's the discipline you got. You can't give free kicks away like that.
So now the ball goes wide. Oh, way wide. Very wide.
Don't want to do that either.
No. And out on the full, so Middleton will take the free kick and he chips the ball. Gee, I think that's...
What's out of bounds? That's all too.
They're just kicking it back and forth at the moment over there, so...
Ricciel was on the mark and he's nearly the closest place where the ball went out of bounds.
Fenovesi will take the kick. High kick. Jeez, mark that. Goes up Fulton, off hands. In fact, it fell on Jared Matheson, I think, in the end, and it went off his head and over the boundary line for a throw in.
I know the flags look like they're going straight down the ground, but I've just got this suspicion that it's actually blown towards the other side a little bit because the ball's been carried a few times.
So a throw in, outer side, centre wing, Fulton in front. Hislop wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So ball up again. Baden goes up early, gets it backwards. Miles through traffic, extricates himself somehow. Was going to handball it 7 times, I reckon. Then he ends up kicking it. Oh, great mark in the middle by Egan, who gives it away by hand. He got it back in the end because he put Solly under pressure. He goes towards centre half forward. That could nearly be a hold, I think. In front was Kelly, and we'll get the free kick. And he will at centre half back. Matheson stands the mark.
That was a great mark, but he was the only one actually going for the mark.
Goes out wide, looks for Jervies, takes the mark at half back, runs now, takes a bounce, tries to draw a play, got Tyquin over the top. He elects to go back inside to Gillies. He can't take the mark. Menzies, handball back inboard to Egan. Now he goes with a short little kick's okay. Spokes, just the mark. In fact, it was Stacey. So he can go wide to Casey. He's got Hole out there, but he just holds it up. And he chips the other way to Tunbridge, who takes the mark. On centre wing, plays on quickly, goes towards half forward. Lead on by Matheson. Pushed Kelly past it. The umpire said it was all okay. Matheson plays on. The lead on from Forbes. He kicks it out in front of him. He can't take the mark. And they get away, Bannockburn again, and go wide to Jason Tom, who takes the mark.
Forbes, he thought it was his free kick, and so did
For a
I.
hold.
So did I.
He chips the ball on the line to Gillies on centre wing. Who takes the mark. Broman runs past. He might be an option. No, he goes back inboard.
Here's the Wiseman here.
And then, so handball from Middleton back to Jervies. Now along the line towards
down
the ground. Too late there.
And 50.
So free kick to Blake Miller.
He's punched that ball over the fence.
So Blake Miller will take the free kick at half forward.
Gee, that's 50, I reckon.
Now, very lucky, I think, Thomson there. McLeish stands the mark. He goes short towards Broman. Takes the mark 60 from goal. He chips the ball over the top to Robinson, who takes the mark. Still 50 from goal. He wants to have a set shot by the looks of it.
Look, he is a chance from there, Jai Robinson.
So 21.5 played first term. Bannockburn 3-1-19. Thomson 1-1-7. So this for the fourth for the Country Tigers this afternoon. He comes in. Left foot kick looks pretty good off the boot. Has it got the distance? You betcha it has.
That's a great kick.
Jai Robinson kicks his first of the afternoon. Fourth for Bannockburn, 4-1-25. They lead Thomson 1-1-7. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. 22 played.
Look, I reckon Riccardi's got it right. When you win the toss and kick with the win, how many times do you see them get it and just bang it in because they got the win? But what Bannockburn are doing, they're just coming down the ground, playing a bit of a short game, which you wouldn't think they'd do.
Well, they haven't
with
been
the
doing
win.
that.
No, they are today, and it's coming off for them. And as soon as he got that, I thought he'd kick that, and he did. Good boy.
So Blake Miller now in the middle having a bit of a go in the muck, and Davis has gone in there also. So
we reckon one more.
Yeah,
one more and they win the quarter. It's about even now, I reckon.
So the ball back in the middle, as we said. Ball thrown up this time. Davis up over the top. Ball comes out the back, goes towards Hoey. On the left boot, he kicks round the corner. Bunny as far as centre wing. Ball is out there. Couldn't take the mark. Although get the ball off the ground. That's a great handball. Comes inside to Holwell. Holwell goes into the forward line. And that's a great kick. Jacko McLeod couldn't take the mark. Picked out there by Hislop. Got the handball away. They move through Bowden. Goes inside. Jake Miles. Good when he's got the ball in his hand, this Blake. Called the play on now. Gets around the player coming at him. Little short chip. Goes towards Tom. That's a great kick. Good mark. And Tom now just outside distance goes looking for Gillies. Gave a bit of an air, but he's good enough for the task.
Yeah,
and
put it out in front of him.
And Dom Gillies will go back and shoot for goal. A little bit slow through the air, but just in front. Allowed him to come to the ball. And Maguire then no chance to get to the contest.
Nope.
So Gillies has won this afternoon. He's looking at his second. 2 of his 6 that Grubby reckons he needs to kick, possibly.
Well, that's what I think.
So Gillies steps in now, kicks that goal, and that is offline and through for a minor score.
Oh, he needed to kick that.
Yeah, very important there. 4-2 now for the Bannockburn side. 1-1 Thomson, and 24 minutes gone. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Tell you what, he's a good fullback, Maguire, maybe the best in the comp, but when you put a ball out in front of a good player with a good kick, you give him no chance whatsoever.
John O'Casey coming back to do the kicking in.
Well, they're not going to come this side, are they?
It doesn't look like it. Going to go to the outer side.
Do they ever?
Oh, spears the ball. Dangerous kick towards Holwell at 50. And they fight hard for it. Tackles on. Pack develops, and the umpire will ball it up at 50. You see the flags are flying a bit more now.
I say that. Yeah. They are flying now.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yep. 24 and a half played first term. Ball up at the back. Middleton gets wrapped up, loses the football on the tackle. Umpire says held in. We'll have another ball up. Still 55 out from the Bannockburn goal. They lead 4-2-26. Thomson 1-1-7. Ball up now. A ruck contest. Davis does some roving work as well. The umpire will come in and do it all again. Cool. So still 55 out from the Bannockburn goal. Just a lull in play at the moment. Ball up.
Oh, no.
Miller got it down. And out of bounds this time. So the boundary umpire with a bit of work to do. Still 55 around from goal.
Alex Tagani, stat of the day. Banno booted 4 of the first 5 goals against Belpost Hill in the 2016 grand final and still lost by 50 odd.
Ball kick around the corner from Stacey. Goes towards Forbes. Tried to tap it on. Ran out of room though. And now Bandry throwing on centre wing on the outer side. Looked a bit worse for wear, Mr. Tagani, this afternoon when we saw him.
Oh, yeah.
He's been on a big footy trip. Boundary throwing. Davis gets it down. Rode by Tyquin, handball, Holwell. Umpire said throw, so advantage paid. Stacey in the middle. Goes towards Jacko, who takes the mark. McLeod wants to wheel and go. He does now. Uses the umpire as support. Gets around him and goes wide. Matheson comes over the back and he goes back with a kick. Westwood with a handball. He can't see it in. And it will be a boundary throw in.
Turn it off. And Miles behind.
So boundary throw in. Casey going up with Miller, who gets it down to the front. There's the siren for quarter time. And it has Bannockburn 4-2-26. They lead Thomson 1-1-7. Goal kickers Dale at quarter time.
Yeah, at quarter time for the Thomson side, it's Lou Forbes with 1 for Bannockburn, 2 to Jarks, 1 to Gillies, and 1 also to Jai Robinson.
So Bannockburn 4-2-26. They lead Thomson 1-1-7 quarter time. Take a break. Back with the second quarter after this on 94.7 The Pulse.
You're going live to Facebook for the whole day, so don't swear